Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that?
Oh, I just got a text from my mom.
Yes, because I'm a textpert, an expert at texting.
Write my reply.
Got me in love again.
I love it.
You've got me in love again, guys.
This is actually, I'm going to put it out there.
Go on.
I mean, Wednesdays are good, winning Wednesday, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
theme queen.
This could be my highlight of the week.
Wow.
Write my reply.
God, geez, you got a boring line.
Yeah, you put a bit of pressure on me too.
No, I mean within the studio.
Oh,
Oh, no,
okay,
actually,
yeah,
no,
classic.
more broadly in life, yes.
Okay, here we go. Ben is 30 and Cassie is 32. They've been in a relationship for 3 years. How beautiful. Over that time, oh no.
They've turned 30, both of them.
3
Yep.
years. You're thinking about marriage after 3 years, aren't you?
Are
Wow.
you?
Have to be.
Well, what about those people that date for like 10 years,
Yeah.
never get married, new relationship, engaged in
Yep.
12 months?
So true.
I mean,
If not 6.
what a kick in the guts,
Isn't it?
guys.
That does happen a
It
lot.
does, which I guess that proves that that person
Wasn't right.
the one.
Over that time, Ben stacked on 15 kilos. He's recently quit his gym membership because he wasn't getting results. Well, that gym's letting me down. It's your
Gotta
fault,
go.
Jim.
Yeah, don't blame the
How
tools.
long did it take you to write this reply, Web?
What are you talking about? How does he reply to this message from Cassie? So this is what Cassie has written to him.
Oh no, I've
Hey-
got a bad feeling about
Hey,
it.
honey, I booked a doctor's appointment for you for Thursday. Tell her that you're struggling with your weight and that you want Ozempic. I think you'll be much happier and satisfied in all departments if you drop the relationship weight. I know I will be. Love you. Do you
God,
really?
it's quite direct, isn't it?
Well, you've been together for 3 years. You're not beating around the bush. Besides, what's for dinner?
Gosh, it's a bit full on.
I quite like it. I like the directness.
Me too. Me too.
I'm getting a good vibe about their relationship.
About the openness.
Yeah, about that. You know what? I love you. I know you're off to the doctors. Why don't you do this? It's going to be better for all of us.
So if a partner of yours said the same thing, Kate, you'd be up for the directness?
I challenge any bloke to say that to Kate Ritchie.
They'd only say it once, Fitzy.
Why is there concrete in these boots?
Yeah, that wouldn't pan out
Do you
well.
know? It's
for
just. Do you know what guys don't like?
What?
Guys don't like being told what to do.
Well, they need it. I
No,
think.
they don't
Boys-
always
I
need
think
it.
boys like
Because every time you tell me what to
managing.
do, every time you tell me what to do,
You love it.
no,
You
it's
do.
as if you're suggesting to me that I don't have control of this situation or that what I'm doing isn't good enough. So you're putting me down by booking a doctor's appointment and calling me fat. Now, for old mate here, Benny.
No. I need to step in here. That's what you're reading because you feel inadequate and you feel fat. So that's when you read a loving message like that. That's what you're hearing.
But what
that's
ab-
in your head. That
but
is
what
not what
about-
she's saying.
What about, hey, thinking about booking a doctor's appointment?
You're forgetting that they've probably already had a conversation about this.
Well, you're treating him like he's an idiot because if
he
he
is.
wanted wanted to lose the weight, he would have booked the doctor's appointment. So don't try and push me into some medical situation and inject me with a chemical because I am a fatty.
It is very full on
I think
that
sometimes-
I've booked it for you and I
Yeah.
suggest that you get Ozempic.
Like you're not even
because
married.
they've talked about it.
You're not, even, married,
married,
and you don't have control of anything in your relationship. That's what this is.
That's what this is about, though. This is about
You're a loser,
you
Ben.
feeling
Get out, Ben.
as though you don't have control.
Get out now,
It's
Ben.
not
Can
what
I-
she's doing.
Can I suggest that the directness is leading to him not proposing? Been 3 years, I dare say the same conversation will happen in 6 years, then 9 years, and he still hasn't proposed because he's being told what to do all the time.
Oh,
All
this
the
is
time.
very interesting.
I think you are spot
two
on.
men
No.
feeling completely suffocated by their relationship.
You're spot on, Fitz. Like, I think Fitzy
the
is.
single one in the room laughs out loud.
Yeah, because you know what blokes like this do?
Oh, what do they do?
They get to a boiling point. And they get to a point where it's a bloke's weekend away and they're going for golf for 3 nights and all of a sudden he finds a local girl down at the TAB who's having a punt and then he thinks, you know what?
Did you
this
just
girl's actually
say-
listening to me.
that his girlfriend what you're just saying. Okay, the ladies in the car listening are screaming at you. What you're saying is
She's pushing
she's
him to
going
cheat.
to make him
Yep.
cheat. I'll tell you this.
She's
I'll tell
pushing
you this
him.
for free.
She's pushing him into another
I'll
woman.
tell you this for free.
You literally-
If men want to cheat,
You're undoing his pants.
they will. They do it.
I'm telling you.
Men cheat
This guy-
regardless of what you do.
This-
Women do not make men
Yes, they do.
cheat.
This
Oh
woman-
my God.
This woman is
So angry.
this woman is pushing him into an affair.
Come on, pig!
She's taking his pants off.
It's just an Ozempic.
13
jab.
24
It's not-
10. Give us a call because
Yeah,
this is
did you leave?
repulsive.
Did you leave? Did you find yourself a cheater that you thought you'd never
No,
be
no.
because you had no say in your relationship and you were
Gosh.
bullied
Fitzy.
by a woman?
The question is 13 24 10. Has your partner blamed you for cheating?
Oh, yeah, that's actually
How dare
good.
you
Yeah.
twist that? Oh, you're gaslighting now. Is that the
this
key
is
word that you use?
Man, this was just about a bloke
Yeah, that's what you
dropping
thought,
a couple of kgs, and now we've turned it into this.
Do you know what? This is why you should never be, if someone's on
In
a
a
holiday,
relationship?
you should never have an argument on the phone
Why?
if you're on a holiday.
Oh my goodness!
if
Are
you
you now
disrespect
saying
somebody on a holiday-
Oh no, they hang up and cheat.
Then the guy might find himself running through an open field.
Cancelled.
Well, not cancelled. I
this
didn't say
is-
anything wrong. It's just an opinion, Jess.
God, have you done the
you know
interview
what I
with
mean?
Alison Langdon yet? What time are you on a current affair tonight, mate?
Okay.
Love Rat exposed.
13, 24, 10.
I'm sorry for getting so upset.
Every caller. I don't even know what the question is. I'm so lost in
no.
it now.
Did somebody blame you for their bad behaviour, and
Yeah.
why are you still with them? That's the question. Brendan in Camden, you there?
Yep.
What are your thoughts?
I agree with you, Kate. I think I like the direct and openness. I think if I was to get hurt by that, it's because I know she's right and I've failed on my end to stick to the gym routine and everything.
Thank you, Brendan.
I think if you have that mentality, the only way you can respond is to sign back up to the gym and prove her wrong, basically.
Well, and then would you get rid of her? In your mind, would you get rid of her and go, well, you know what, I've done this on my own. I didn't need you pushing me into it. I'm going to find someone on my own, Brendan.
Well, but then what if you find someone who isn't open and honest with you?
Yeah, a liar.
I agree.
Brendan-
I love your attitude, Brendan. You're very. I mean, the fact
Wise.
that you're agreeing with me is probably why I'm quite happy that you called. But
Stay on the line, Brendan. We'll get your details and pass them on to Kate. Let's go to Caroline now from Asquith. What do you think, Caroline?
Look, I don't think it matters what you do in a relationship. If he's going to cheat, he's going to cheat.
Right.
Did
Have
it
you had
happen?
someone? Yeah. Have you had
Yeah.
someone cheat on you? Have you, Caroline?
Yes.
What happened there, Kaz?
So after 16 years of marriage,
Yeah.
never fought, never disagreed with him, never said no, never, he got his own way all the time.
Yep.
And his excuse was it wasn't that he went looking for an affair.
Oh, my
it came to him.
Yes. He just accidentally booked a hotel room, paying cash, so I wouldn't find it on the credit
And
card.
then fell into it.
And do you think it was the first time, or just
No,
the first time you found out?
First time I found out.
Yeah. So
do you think-
Absolutely not the first time.
Do you think it was going on for the sort of, let's call it 10 of the 16 years?
Probably.
Oh, Caroline,
You
it's just
don't
so
deserve
awful.
him. Caroline, please tell me you found love since.
I have, and the guy is absolutely gorgeous.
That's nice. See, everything turns out well.
Caroline-
Not usually,
It
but
does.
sometimes.
I'm
Sometimes.
much happier.
Hang in there, Kate.
Yeah.
Caroline, can I ask also, did the person that he was cheating with in the hotel room, did you know her?
No, I didn't know her, but she was married with 2 young kids and a devout Christian girl.
Ruining lives. Ruining lives.
You got a bit judgy there, Caroline.
You're saying
didn't
all
you?
Christians are like that, Caroline.
Did you hear that in her
worries.
voice? Devout Christian lady.
That's
That's
something
it.
on the weird one.
Let's go to Ben now in Monterey. It says Big Ben here. Now, Benny, whose side are you on here with this argument?
I'm on the boys' side. The gay community loves hard-nosed, pushy, controlling girls because they always get guys over the line, recruited onto my team. Fantastic.
What
Love
you think pushy women...
Gay? Is that what you're saying?
Pushy women turn men gay.
Absolutely.
I
They're
love you,
fantastic
Ben.
for our team recruitment.
Oh, I'm your poster girl, Big Ben.
Oh, Benny, Kate's working every day for you, mate.
Ben's like a list manager for a sporting
Yep.
team, and he's going, we've got more recruits coming in, guys. You better keep it up, pushy
Yep.
women. Oh, that's amazing, Ben. So have you actually been with men who have actually said that they've been pushed into becoming homosexuals?
Absolutely. They've definitely helped me up my conversion rate. Yep.
Oh, this is awesome.
You are hilarious.
Well done, Big Benny. That is great. Kate Ritchie, you're doing so much good work for Ben. He really appreciates it.
I'm not driving
And to
people
all the gay
to be
community,
gay.
all the guys out there, they thank you. They collectively thank you this morning for what you've done
I'm
for the
going to have
community.
a float next year.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Can I run this one past you guys? Just a bit of a tricky situation. One thing, and as we get to the month of July, New Year's resolutions.
We are in July.
Yeah, we are. Hard to hold on to. I've held on to one, and I made a commitment at the end of last year, that I wouldn't be so judgmental moving forward.
When does that start?
Huh?
Was that
I
for
haven't
this
been-
year?
I've had 6 months of non-judgmentalness.
Prepping. No,
Or is
I
this
don't know
just
about
with
that.
your wife?
Huh?
Or is this
No.
with... Because you don't do that here.
I'm not judgmental at all. Right? Do you know what? I'm fascinated by people. I love analysing people, and I love difference. And I
Oh,
love
you analyse, do you? You
Yeah,
don't
judge, no.
Okay, very
The analyst.
different, aren't they?
Yeah, so-
The analyst.
We went out for dinner the other night, and there was a guy who was serving at our table, and I was quite sensitive to the uniqueness of him because he had a very, very heavy lisp. Now, I'm not judging.
Who is this entertaining? You. Are you sure you want to tell this story?
It was a really strong lisp. And
It's a speech
You don't need to
impediment,
do
mate.
it.
Yeah,
You don't need
because-
to do it. You can just say that
Yeah.
that was the case.
it's hard to say lisp without saying lisp, isn't it?
No, it's quite
no,
easy.
you guys-
Lisp.
No, lisp.
Lisp.
You
He had a lisp.
You extended on the S then.
Because of the...
You extended
Oh,
on
sorry,
it.
I did a double
You're,
S. did
you're
I?
turning the S into a TH.
You're judging.
Me?
No, Whipper is. No, I'm not.
I just-
You
All
guys
of
stick
a
it up
sudden,
to
I
you.
don't know if I woke up with a lisp.
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
It was just I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it. And as a kid, I went to a speech therapist myself, and I sat there. So did my sister. We sat there for so long saying "silly sausages" instead of "silly sausages."
Did you
were
have
you
a
doing
lisp?
in the-
Yeah, I had a
Is
lisp.
that because of your big fat tongue?
I beg your pardon?
The big fat tongue
I
in your
heard you the
mouth.
first time.
Well, it is. It's
doesn't fit,
an
yeah.
overgrown tongue,
Is it?
which,
Yeah, it's
which
a medical
snoring
thing.
wise, your
It's a
wife
medical-
will not refuses to sleep
Yeah.
with you because of it.
Yeah. So we're there at dinner, and the guy came over and he said, "Welcome. Thanks so much for coming along. Grab a seat."
Why are you doing it? I really don't like you right now. And you're
worried.
making me feel awkward because
This
there are
guy-
people listening hating on you.
This guy made me
there's
feel
people-
awkward.
There's people in the car that have a lift.
Yeah, there are-
This
Huh?
guy,
Maybe they have a lisp.
that guy made you feel awkward.
'Cause I didn't know
I
what
know
to
how
do.
awful. How
What
it
an
must have been
awful
awful
bloke.
for
And
you.
I'm trying not to judge because this is a judge-free 2024, yeah?
So what did you do? Did you make, when he started talking, did you make eye contact with Lisa?
Yes.
And did you giggle?
No, because I wanted someone to acknowledge that I was trying to hide my smile because I didn't expect it. So we sit down, and then
Oh, this is you still.
the kids are there. We've ordered.
Were you laughing at someone in front
No,
of your children?
no,
Because that is
no,
very
Kate
poor
Ritchie.
parenting.
This is no. Here's the failure. I'm not the
Were
bad
you
one
teaching
here.
your child to laugh at people?
No,
who
we
are-
were not
Oh.
because we celebrate difference. So I'm sitting there with the kids, and I think Jack said he has a lisp, and I said yes.
Oh, he said it right. So the 7-year-old kid
So-
can get it right, but Dad can't.
Yeah, and I said, well, let's talk about it. And we'd ordered some food as well. So we got a couple
Let's
of things
talk
on the table, right? And the food had then sort of arrived. And we'd been chatting. So the topic became speech impediments. And we were talking
With
about...
the guy
No, not with him.
serving?
Yeah, but we didn't
Yeah, but
bring
he
him
could
to it.
hear you.
No, he couldn't.
Hey, take a
Yes,
seat,
they
mate.
can.
So we were talking about how, I had a lisp growing up and it took me a long time and I still get some of my words wrong,
Lots of them.
And And, you know, that happens.
But that's a reading thing.
Ed Sheeran had a stutter, right? Yeah, he talks about that. And
Joe Biden?
His music...
No, Joe Biden.
That's a brain freeze. Yes.
Oh, did he?
Oh, he does. But then
A stutter.
Ed Sheeran, his music helped him push through it, and he learnt, right? So we're sitting there. We've got the dumplings. We've got some cabbage meal. We've got something else.
Were you eating Asian food?
Yeah, we're eating Asian food. It does matter, Fitz, because here's the point. Now,
Did you have spring rolls?
yes, but there's one thing that you don't want to order if you have a list. And with our dumplings, when they didn't have everything, and Lisa called the guy over, and because of the topic we'd been on, her default was just fell into her mind. She asked him in front of the entire table if we could grab some soy sauce.
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
Oh, no.
Fitzy, can you and
With a
I
list.
just say to our listeners right now that we are not part of this?
What did you write down? Sancho Bao.
Well, I can't spell Sancho Bao, but how good is it? I love duck.
is magnificent.
And then said...
How magnificent is duck? I nearly hit a duck the other day in the car. I did say to my daughter, "Oh, look at those ducks! If I'd hit it, we could have rolled it up in a pancake."
And you thought I was saying the wrong thing.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I read this story overnight, and I don't know how I feel about it, so I'm going to throw it open to the room.
Discuss.
Do you think it's okay to name your child with your new partner after an ex? And that's what this woman has done. And the husband has only just realised, and this is when, you know, the child's 3 years old by now. So,
I couldn't think of anything worse.
Well, that's what I think, and I think the fact that it's been hidden is actually what is the most upsetting. So they've had, you know, they've had a son, and they've called their son Robert, and it's all lovely and it's full of joy, and they're, you know, seeing old friends, and they're introducing the child, and you know, we've had this baby together, and everything's great. And then the girlfriend or the friend of the woman has said, and so what's the child's name? And she said, oh, it's Robert. And it's the look on the friend's face, which is, and she says out loud, oh, you mean like Robert, like your ex-boyfriend, Robert? And the husband's standing there, and this is news to him. He never knew there was an ex-boyfriend called Robert. And the way it was delivered and the shock, I think we know that Robert wasn't just a fling or
Robert
a
was
short,
serious.
I think Robert was like the love, the
Heartbreak.
first love of a life kind of thing.
Why would you want to think about Robert every time that you say your child's name, though?
Do you think you do, though, or do you just like the name?
You move on. Like, I really liked the name Lily, and so did Lisa.
Do you have a girlfriend
I had
called
an
Lily?
ex called Lily, and beautiful
bring up
Lily.
Lily.
No, you can bring up Lily. She's fantastic. She's married now with 3 kids, and she's very happy, and she's a wonderful, wonderful person.
Well,
Wow,
what
that's
did Lisa
quite
like
cool.
the name as well?
Yeah, we
Because
both liked-
obviously Lisa and Lily were around the same time.
Well, it doesn't matter about timing, but more
Lily's
to the
a
point
great
was-
name, I have to say.
Yeah, and we spoke about it, and then she said, "Oh, but it was one of your exes." That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. Let's celebrate the fact that she was a great person and it's a good name. You know, does it really matter?
Do you think that Lisa would have thought about it every time that she
Nah.
called her daughter Lily?
Like poor Robert, who's sitting at home, you know, broken-hearted as well, wondering whether he'll get his girlfriend back. You know, in your situation.
What are you talking? Oh, you mean the
Yeah,
story?
your story that you
I thought
told-
I'd
yeah.
revealed something personal. Even my sister, my sister Rebecca, who is 2.5 years younger than I
Yep.
am, she called her first child Isla.
Yep.
And she was even nervous to say. She asked me whether it was okay to call her daughter Isla.
Why?
Because I have a friend called Isla.
Oh, give me a break.
Oh, yeah, that's that. But you
That's
do
weird.
You do have to ask.
Come on, Beck.
How do you feel about it? Some people are really picky with names, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Usually
That's
mother-in-laws.
like that was like the
Ooh,
guy
that's
over in the a guy over in England who called his daughter Lanesra,
That's
which is
right.
a beautiful name, and his wife loved it. But she found out 3 years later, exactly the same, that Lanesra backwards is Arsenal, his
Yeah.
favourite football team.
Oh,
And when the penny
that's
dropped,
worse, really,
you
isn't
know.
it?
Yeah, she wasn't happy with that one.
I mean, what word does blues spell backwards? You know what, Kate Ritchie? Because it wouldn't surprise me if kids born today after the Origin celebration.
Go on, have a go at saying it. Can you spell blue, though, Whipper?
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.